my animatronic Lego man and crocodile. The Lego man's supposed to put his head in the crocodile's mouth, but move it out just before the crocodile closes its mouth. It's built mainly with Lego, but there's also some other bits and pieces. The electronics, for example, is purely not Lego. Built it mainly for a bit of fun. I found the crocodile and the man and wanted to have a go, and this seemed to be the ideal way. If we look at the electronics, then we've got one of my electronics boards with the 555 timer and a relay on it, an on-off switch, and three switches connected. One is the external switch, one is the in switch, which is down here so that it stops when it hits this particular device, and the other one is the out switch, which on here, once again I've tried to build it into a Lego brick, cleaned the Lego brick out and then glue that in, and that goes out until it hits this particular piece here. So if we look at that, then give it a press, out it goes, hits this piece here, and then comes back in after a delay. The carriage itself is just sliding on studless Lego bricks, so it just slides in and out. To hold it in position, then I've just used these bricks, which come down below the level of the studless bricks, so it doesn't go from side to side. The doors are on levers on arms, so that when we press it, this arm comes out from the carriage, and when it goes back in, the arm pulls the doors back together again. The mechanism itself then that moves the man is built on a separate carriage, built separately, and then introduced onto this particular carriage. The mechanism is driven by this gear wheel here, which runs on this rack at the top here, so that the bottom, the motor and the pinion on the motor stay in contact with the rack at the bottom. Then I've put a studless brick here that slides on the bottom of this rack so that the thing can't lift up. This rack, of course, is fastened, and so this wheel goes round on the rack and the studless brick slides on it. This wheel is the one that drives the mechanism. So if we have a look, then we can see as it goes out, that wheel on this rack moves this arm. The arm then goes across using a paperclip lever to the mouth of the crocodile, and so as this goes round, it opens and closes the crocodile's mouth, and so that the man can move, I've put a gear from the crocodile's mouth onto this cog here, which then connects onto the man so that he goes up and down. I've used a bit of brass tubing because that seems the easiest way, and all I do is 3mm brass tubing with a little bit of solder on the side. Don't know if we can see it or not, that goes in to the keyway on the Lego brick, so the solder acts like the key and locks itself onto the Lego brick. Yeah, it seems to be a reasonable setup. I've used a studded technical beam at the bottom as a hinge and just put a rod up to the top. Used a couple of, don't know what they are, devices that plug into the technical Lego and have a hole in so that they'll act as hinges down here and up here, and then at the top I've just used one of these gizmos to hold the door in place so that it will open reasonably easy. The button is just an old lid with a switch inside it, not a great deal to that. So yeah, oh, and I've used the cell I'm using is an old vape cell, but of course it's got a protection board on it, because of course these things are dangerous without protection. Yeah, I'm amused by it. I hope it amuses other people. Keeps me out of mischief. Enjoyed doing it now I finished. Very frustrating, but now I finished it, I think it's okay. So it's bye now. Bye.